If you have designer items at home, maybe some jewelry, some handbags, accessories, why not find out what they're worth? And here's the man to do it, David Goldstein of Biltmore Loan. He's here to tell you how much you can get for your items. We're talking cash. Maybe you need a loan to get through the holidays. Good to see you back again.
Good to be back, and happy holidays to everybody.
Happy holidays to you as well. And there's a lot of folks who, through generations, they will receive something, not necessarily something they want, but it's an inheritance. How do you help them through that?
You know, that's such a great question, Susan. We talk about the transfer of assets generationally. So let's go back and think of years ago when they gave us Hummels and all these types of ivory, okay, which can no longer be collected, and Hummels, which are not really very desirable anymore, and crystal or china, which can't go into a microwave oven or can't be, it has to be hand washed. So these things it's sort of like, I say it's sort of like Blockbuster. It was a great idea. Technology passed it.
Right.
So now, it's just one of those things that doesn't exist anymore. Well, jewelry's a funny thing. Jewelry and hard assets are a funny thing. Think about what that you as the viewer, what you inherited or took from your family. And then take and say, okay, what would you give now to your next people, to your children? What would you give? And what would they really want? If you really think about that, they're not wanting these things.
Right.
So I love to tell a quick story of a woman who came in about a year ago who called me last week. And she said to me, she had sold a bunch of her estate. And she said, my kids just really didn't want it.
And I appreciate their honesty in that.
And that's so wonderful. And I'm not an investment counselor, but I said to her, think about this. You could buy stock, you could buy gold, you could put the cash in the bank. You could put that money anywhere to work. Where will it be a year from now versus these pieces you're not wearing?
Absolutely.
Which could depreciate even in kind. Well, she happened to call me last week to tell me that she bought a family stock. And she said, I just wanted to call and thank you. 30% she made in the year.
Wow.
On the money. So if you
versus something sitting there,
just
not
sitting
collecting
there, and how many of these watches or pieces of jewelry do we have that we don't wear that we could turn into something that our children would actually love?
All right, so David is about to drip me in diamonds, literally. Tell us the story.
One of my favorite pieces, a modern piece somebody bought in the 90s. This is 21 rows. And look at that, 115 carats of diamonds, and look at that, like silk.
It is
literally
absolutely
like
gorgeous.
silk.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what is this valued at?
This is valued at, it's a $250,000 bracelet. That's much less than that because that's what it was retail originally.
So you purchased it?
Yes, we purchased this, and we'll sell this for less than half of what it sold for originally.
You didn't have to take it off,
I can even leave that there. You could even look here at this Cartier necklace. Gorgeous. A woman brought this in, and I said it's Cartier. We looked at the clasp. You could only see one letter of the Cartier. So I told her a trick. We broke the clasp, took it to Cartier, had Cartier then charge us $200 to repair the clasp, remark it. She was able to get $7,000 instead of $3,000.
There you go. Little secrets like that David and his team can provide for you because they are truly the experts when it comes to designer jewelry. And if they don't know the value, they will find it because they'll do the research. All right, maybe you have something at home right now. Maybe something as gorgeous and as exquisite as that bracelet, and you want to know what it's worth. You can email David and his team at info@biltmoreloan.com. 2 locations for your convenience, one in Scottsdale, one in Chandler. The numbers are on your screen, 480-991-LOAN in Chandler, 480-705-LOAN. BiltmoreLoan.com is the website, and they also sell items at BiltmoreLux.com, and David's coming back in just a bit.